Hi friends, this is Steel Fairy, and with me again for another discussion video is my buddy Do Knight.
What's up?
Yeah, thank you for joining me again for another video game news discussion thingy mabobber.
No problem. This one's it's pretty big. It's pretty big day.
Yeah, we are seeing a new system come out from Nintendo for the first time in, what is it, 5 years?
4
Really? It feels like five. Oh well.
came out the end of 2012. I'm not giving it 5. I'm not giving it 5. It's only March. I'm not giving it 5.
Yeah, yeah, true. Alright then. So,
You died last year. Died at the end of last year.
well, this is the first system being released with the new Nintendo president, so that's newsworthy. But anyway, enough
For
with
good or bad reasons, maybe.
yeah, enough with the sad things. Let's talk about the actual system itself. I think it is a pretty cool idea because, like, with the Wii U, they kind of had the idea going of being able to play it as a handheld, but you still had to be relatively close to the TV, whereas this one you can take it as an actual handheld. And they said, like, battery life varies,
Yep.
but
Yep.
that's not a huge issue for me because I have one of those, like, rechargeable battery pack thingies that you can, like, plug 10 different plugs into at one time and charge things. So I would just take that with me for if it was losing charge or whatever.
Yeah. I will say, USB Type C. Smart of them to finally say, hey, let's not make a ridiculous format that's only for our systems, and let's just use what everybody else uses. Oh, hey, you got a cell phone? You charge a cell phone? You can charge with Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, they're coming into the modern world, so to speak.
And with that, we get paid subscriptions. That's good.
Well, they did say for like half a year after the system comes out, it'll be free, and then once November
Oh,
rolls around, it's paid. But you know,
oh, what that means is that, it's not going to be ready, so you're all just going to beta test it until the fall. By the fall, it should be ready for launch. That's when we're going to charge you for
hmm,
it.
yeah, it's basically going to be the same thing as Xbox Live subscription service. Which, that's how the companies really make their money, I guess. But, eh.
But it's going to be worse. So some details came out about it today. You get to have one free NES or SNES game a month
Cool.
for that month. Then you have to buy it. You get to rent it. That's what the subscription. You get one free game rental for the month.
Aww.
Good job, Nintendo. Good fucking job. Sorry,
Mm.
I'm probably going to be pretty foul because there's some things that I loved about this presentation, and other things that were just so awful. Oh, can't wait to start talking about translators.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Can we talk about that Ice Cube part? Like, that whole segment, I was just like, what the fuck, Nintendo? Because they were like, oh, this controller can give you the feeling of an ice cube in a glass cup or whatever. And I was like, what? Why?
I kept waiting for him to say the controller turns hot when it's hot or cold when it's cold. I'm like, I kept waiting for it. I'm
That
like,
no, that would have been a cool feature though,
that was
because
no,
when you're
that was
playing Breath of the Wilds and you have like the different like
yeah.
landscapes and stuff, that would have been a really cool feature. But they were just like, no, you could like feel the weight in certain parts of the controller change.
What about that name? It's HD Rumble. Like, what the fuck is that?
It's
HD.
it's basically just 4D because it's adding in another sensory
Yeah,
whatever.
it's adding more sensory. Do you know what that's really for? And it's something that the Switch isn't capable of.
What's that?
It's for VR. they're gonna try and do VR at some point with it, and that's why they have the controllers doing that. It's gonna
Oh.
it's gonna be for VR. I can like that seems perfect for the immersive experience that VR would provide. Like imagine you're playing a shooter and you go to load a gun and you can feel exactly how heavy the gun is in your hand. Like that would be something cool. That would be like that's a useful.
Yeah.
That's VR. It's really stupid.
Well, maybe they will dabble in VR soon, but I mean, I don't blame them for not wanting to announce it, considering the last time they tried a VR like thing, it didn't go very well.
I
And
would
I would
just
rather them take their time and perfect it than have it be bad.
I would personally rather them stay away from technology because their system's not going to be capable for it, and it's going to cause a lot of cancellations and a lot of unnecessary headaches.
Hmm. What are you doing?
Wow.
I heard noise in the background.
Oh.
But anyway, I don't know. We will see about that. But I'm also not sure how Skyrim's going to be on the Switch. I mean, it's pretty cool that you can take it to go and everything, but I don't know if Nintendo is going to allow mods. And like that's a big thing with the Skyrim community is the mods. So, what do you think?
My argument to you there is Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, which is announced for the Switch.
Really?
Yes.
Hmm.
And the biggest part of Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, like the biggest part of that update, was mod support.
Oh, sorry. I'm choking on water. Keep going.
Now, now I don't think that means that every mod that you can get on the PC, the Xbox, the PlayStation is going to be on the Switch, but a good sum of them, and enough that it's going to be like okay, that's fine. I will say this though: if there is not a Macho Man Randy Savage Dragon mod on the Nintendo Switch, the game fails. That has been my rating marker for every version of Elder Scrolls. If it does not have the Randy Savage Dragons, it is a bad game.
I like the Thomas the Tank Engine dragons.
Those are fun too. What's even more fun is to have like just random Thomas the Tank Engine NPCs, and then have the Macho Man Randy Savage Dragons come swoop up and take them away.
Oh my god. There are just some mods out there that are pretty much a meme fest.
Yeah. Speaking of Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, I actually had that on the PC now, Afterbirth Plus. So.
Nice. So, um, yeah, they were talking about how they had third party support, but they only had like a couple people come and actually talk about it. One of them was a guy from Sega, and did they even show any Sega games? I don't think they did. He was just like, "Oh yeah, this system looks really promising, and we can't wait to, make games for it. Goodbye."
Hey, I am Sega Man from the Sega Company. We like this Nintendo Switch. This is totally not a script. We love it. What's funny though is that they did prepare something for the presentation. They just didn't present it. On Nintendo's official YouTube channel, after the presentation, was the Sonic Mania trailer, re-released with new promotional graphics. Now it's not coming. Now it's not coming out on the Wii U. It's coming out on the Switch.
Hmm. That's interesting.
So they did have something. They just didn't share it at the presentation, which was kind of something they did quite a few fucking times, like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Where was it? Nobody fucking knew. Saw it in the presentation a couple times, and then nothing about it. And then all of a sudden, 2 minutes after the trailer, I kid you not, 2 minutes after the presentation, on the YouTube channel, here's a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe reveal trailer. Okay.
Oh yeah, and the guy from EA, I swear to God, he had like a stick up his ass or something. He was just like everyone in the presentation was really smiley and friendly and everything, but this guy from EA was just like so frowny. Even when he was talking about his kid, he was like, "Oh yeah, my kid's middle name is Luigi or whatever." Even when he was talking about his kid, he was still like, I don't know, just so dry and humorless and
If I was the CEO of a company full of blood-sucking vampires, I wouldn't have much joy left in my life too.
His
Um,
translator looked nice, but I don't know.
because his translate doesn't work for them.
Yeah,
But also, apparently, I don't know if it was him, but a few high-ranking members of, I think it was no, it was Ubisoft. So it wasn't EA. It was Ubisoft, but they got caught. Ubisoft got caught in an issue with insider trading. They got fined for it big time. Um, and honestly, it might just be the realization that, oh no, like stuff's happening, or it could simply be that he's working for EA, and EA is literally the worst company ever. I can't imagine enjoying working for a company like that. I'm gonna leave it there.
yeah. That translator was good though. The other one who was translating during the No More Heroes segment, he was awful.
Oh, that poor guy.
He was. I kind of feel bad for him. I feel
That's
like maybe
so.
the No More Heroes guy was like speaking too quickly for him, but then I thought, no, they probably get like the script in advance or something and just read off the piece of paper or like a teleprompter or something. But
Well,
he was just struggling.
yeah. Um, you can clean yourself in the voice. He's a young guy. I made a couple jokes about this when I was watching the presentation. I think he's a college kid, honestly, that they picked up that's just learning Japanese.
Yeah, he sounded
Picked
kind of
him up,
young.
and they picked him up for cheap because he's basically just new to the whole thing, and he's very clearly just he's not confident, and that was the biggest issue because the first like mistake he made, most translators, including the really good one, the first translator for all the main Nintendo guys,
Mhm.
he made a couple missteps, but he just laughed it off, went right back into it like it was nothing. This guy makes a mistake, goes back, tries to fix it, losing more and more ground, having to catch up with the translation because of it, to the point where he just gives up at some points, and at other points just stops talking altogether. The
Yeah,
guy,
I noticed
the, the,
that. There were like whole segments where he was quiet and I was like, dude, what is he saying?
and then the Splatoon 2,
Oh yeah, the hype.
translate.
Oh god.
Oh,
I was when I saw that trailer, I was like, is this just a trailer for them making a special version for the Switch like they are for Mario Kart 8? And then the 2 appeared and I was like, holy crap, yes. But can we talk about the the developer guy who was like dabbing on the stage?
the cringiest pile of shit of the whole conference.
Oh my god. I was like,
Splatoon
but
2?
you know, it kind of works for the game because Splatoon is a cringe meme fest, so it totally fit.
And then he did it twice. That's the best part. The guy on stage screwed up his own presentation. Like, that one wasn't just the translator's fault. That was also his. He screwed up the presentation. Completely forgot how he was supposed to end it. Had to go back and go through it again. And did the fucking stupid ass the second time. Like, that is commitment to your bullshit right there.
Yeah, I really got a kick out of that. That was great. The No More
That's
Heroes guy was doing poses too. Like everyone who was doing poses
that
during the
no
conference.
that Suda 51 is totally fine. Suda 51. You don't say shit about Suda 51. Just saying.
Oh, there was something else I wanted to talk about. The actual launch titles, I feel like they're trying to do what they did with the Wii, which was kind of like I don't know how to describe it. With the Wii, they sort of just hit gold in that they appealed to casual gamers with these party games. So I feel like with the launch titles, they're trying to do that again, but
Oh,
I don't know how I feel about them. I know how I feel about ARMS or whatever the hell it's called. It looks stupid.
that was hype. That was so hype.
No, it was stupid.
That was really awesome.
No, the trailer was pretty cool where it had like the schoolgirl come in and the big muscly guy and they're like fighting each other. That was pretty cool, but the actual game itself looks dumb. Like it
Looks so good.
no, it looks like it would be
Like,
fun for like half an hour and then the game would lose its novelty.
hear me out. that game when they first showed the gameplay, like once they got rid of the stupid trailer and everything, they cut to the gameplay. I immediately I immediately felt like, oh shit, that's okay tournament, and then they go into this fucking like crazy arm things. I'm like, whoa, you could have a ton of fun with this, and I think, oh my god, it's just literally we're just doing JoJo now with like rapid fire fists. It's okay, let's do it.
But the
And
control scheme is complete bullshit for people who actually studied martial arts because, like, if you twist your wrist the slightest little bit, it automatically makes your arm curve. And I'm sorry, but if you've studied martial arts, you know you're supposed to twist your fist at the end of every punch to pack in more power. So, like, my mind is naturally gonna go for the twist and fuck up the entire gameplay experience just because I was trained that way.
not necessarily, not necessarily.
It's like the rock band thing where some people who play the actual instruments can't play rock band.
I honestly I don't think it's gonna be that hard because Wii boxing everybody was good at, and this is clearly like everybody was like Wii boxing was so good. Let's just amp it up to 11, and that's what this is. This is like just a crazy, insane, over the top version of Wii boxing.
I don't know.
And I'm like, oh my god, if I can just lay into people with unholy rubber band arm death, that's going to be like the hypest shit. And there's so much like strategy to it because there's a lot of stuff you can do. It looks like it's one of those types of games that's going to seem very simple and very easy. It's going to be surprisingly deep with its gameplay, and that's what excites me about it.
We will see when it comes out.
But that's technically not a launch title. That comes out in the summer. How about 1-2 Switch? How about WarioWare without the Wario?
Yeah, I was thinking that. I thought it looked exactly like. I swear there was a game in WarioWare where you had to pull the trigger before the other. Yeah. I don't know.
It's just it's WarioWare without the Wario. But I will say I'm still hyped for it because oh my god, I can just be McCree from Overwatch and go draw, and then it's just the greatest thing.
But what other novelty does the game have but that? Pretty much none. I don't know. I don't know how I felt about those two games, but, like, nobody's really gonna buy the Switch for those games. They're gonna buy the Switch for the big Nintendo titles.
And speaking of the big titles, what about that announcement of Super Mario Odyssey?
Oh my god, speaking of cringe-fest, we had cosplay. I was like, when he came out with the hat with the eyeballs on, I was like, oh my god, come on.
I saw this tweet, I saw this image on Twitter earlier. It was, wow, the new Banjo-Kazooie sure looks different.
But that game kind of worries me. Like, most of the game looks really cool, but then they showed, like, this cityscape with real, actual people, like, that...
Actually, New York.
But it's weird, because Mario and Luigi and Princess Peach are technically human, right? But they aren't proportioned like humans, and then there's actual proportioned humans in this game, and I start having Sonic 06 flashbacks, and I'm like, no!
Not Sonic 06, Sonic Adventure 2. It's Sonic Adventure 2.
Just any Sonic game that had proportioned people in cityscape hub world thing, but I really don't want Mario to turn out like Sonic 06 did, please. I got really worried when I saw that trailer.
The trailer had more finished gameplay than Sonic 06.
Wait, what? I can't hear you.
Oh, the gameplay trailer had more finished gameplay than Sonic 06. It'll be just fine. I'm interested in the new hat mechanic. Mario has a hat toss, and he can use it as a platform.
I know! I saw that and I freaked the fuck out. I was like, yes! That's so awesome.
I'm interested in it. At first, I saw Mario in New York City, and like you, I texted you this when I saw it. That was the oh no. thing. I was like, oh no, oh no. But as I saw more of them, like, okay, no, this is pretty hype. This is pretty good. But it's in the fall.
Yeah.
That's a trend for this presentation.
I
What's
swear
coming
one of
out
the bosses in the
in
Mario trailer reminded me of a boss from Splatoon because it was like spitting out purple ink. Did you
Oh
see
yeah,
that?
yeah. Did you also notice that when they first started showing off the trailer in the New York cityscape, if you look at the first sign, it looks like the same language that you would see in Splatoon.
Mario and Splatoon, same universe confirmed.
Well, this is supposedly taking place in our world, and Splatoon takes place after the fall of humanity. So
Aha! But Mario doesn't take place in our world. It takes place in the Mushroom Kingdom. So what the
it
hell's...
doesn't, but they established that he is no longer he has left the Mushroom Kingdom and he is in a whole nother universe. And it's
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
not like galaxies. It's like an entirely different dimension.
No,
He's,
no. You don't understand. They're doing the plot from the Super Mario Brothers movie.
yeah,
They left the Mushroom Kingdom to come to an alternate universe that looks like present day New York.
Oh no, it is present day New York. That's the thing. This is our very much our world.
Oh, I know. It's just basically the same thing, because in the movie it looked like present day New York, but it was like a freaking dinosaur universe, which was weird.
Oh well, Super Mario Odyssey. It will truly be odd. Fire Emblem.
Yeah, it was a very short trailer.
It was there. It exists. It's a thing.
Yep.
From Koei Tecmo, no less.
I'm hype. I like Fire Emblem, and it showed Crom, and I like Crom. Crom. Remember that for Vine Sauce? Crom. But
Also from Koei Tecmo, for Shin Megami Tensei fans, the fifth one was announced. I think there was a reveal of Shin Megami Tensei 5 actually.
yeah, he did say it was the new game from the Shin Megami Tensei
I
series.
believe that was like the announcement of it though. Like to have that at a Nintendo conference is a pretty big deal. It's 25th anniversary and everything. Like, so the other consoles get Persona, which is a spin-off of it, and then Nintendo gets Shin Megami Tensei.
And a new Square Enix game. I think it might be a new IP.
I'm betting that it's a new Tactics. That it's a new Final Fantasy Tactics.
It was called like Octo something.
Project Octo Symphony or some shit like that.
Some complicated ass name. I'm hoping that's just the working title because...
it's a project name for it.
Okay, good.
It's probably a new entry in Final Fantasy Tactics. It looks very tacticsy.
Yeah. Oh, and they also showed a trailer for Xenoblade 2, which is good because Xenoblade Chronicles X was
I love that game. This is no longer like super crazy sci-fi. Now it's just super sci-fi. Not as crazy.
Yeah, not as mech suity.
Not as Gundam.
Yeah.
More Menindo. More Menindo memes, less Gundam. There you go.
More Blade, less Xeno.
More really feeling it. Less mech. Less mech.
I don't know. I didn't see him in the trailer, so I don't know if we're gonna get really feeling it.
I mean,
this one looks more
you're still feeling it. You'll still be feeling it.
This game looks more emo Kingdom Heartsy, based on the main character and his interactions with that female person.
But if recent developments are to be taken seriously, the Kingdom Hearts fans are going to need something to wank to because Kingdom Hearts 3 might not be out until 2018.
True. I've seen all of the.
No offense, Kingdom Hearts fans.
Yeah.
And if you do need something to wank to, you do have 2.1 and 2.8 and 2.5 coming out this year for the PS4.
I've seen all of the disappointment posts. So yes, they're getting a bunch of 2 points, but not 3. Sorry. Anyway.
If only that would happen with Half-Life. People may shut up. Honestly, I think a Half-Life 2.5 might get people to just shut up forever. It's like, it's not Half-Life Episode 3, it's Half-Life Episode 2.5. Ooh.
That would honestly be kind of cool, though.
It would be, but again, if recent developments are to be seen, Half-Life 3 may have silently been cancelled and may never come back.
Great.
Ugh.
So the meme continues.
The meme continues. The meme beam machine continues to churn out its dank memery.
What other trailers were there? I feel like we're forgetting something that isn't Breath of the Wild, which we'll get to.
That's how memorable this presentation was, by the way. We're having trouble remembering like which trailers there were. Let me go to Nintendo.
That's because they were all so like really fast and ambiguous. Like a lot of them didn't even show the title in the trailer, and they just had to be like, "Oh yeah, what you just saw was a trailer for this game," and I was like, "Okay, that's nice."
oh, that's right. I'm gonna keep forgetting to talk about FIFA.
Oh.
Soccer, sports, yay! Who wants it? Not me.
Yeah, exactly. That's for all my British peeps. Have fun with your football.
Remember Dragon Quest?
Yes.
Dragon Quest is good. Dragon Quest. Oh,
I forgot about that one because they didn't show a trailer for Dragon Quest. They were just like, "Oh yeah, these Dragon Quest games are coming to the Switch." Yay.
That's important. That's important because finally we can say here, for the first time in a long time, or maybe even ever, region locking is dead.
Yeah, I was so hyped for that. He was like, as soon as like region locking appeared, he was like, "Oh yeah, in the past we've done this," and I was like, "Please no more region locking, please no more region locking," and he said it, and I was happy.
Yeah, I think actually we have covered all of the ones that aren't related to the big Hyrulean, or however you pronounce it, elephant in the room.
Yeah, like they were saying, "Oh yeah, here is a little message from our presidents in other countries," and blah blah blah. And I was like, "Oh, that's it." And then when they got to Reggie's like, "Well, I know what everybody wants to hear about, so I'm gonna bring it up."
He like just puts his sunglasses on. Yo, what's up, fuckers? You want to hear about Zelda? Let's do it.
Yeah, it was like, and he was there hanging out with Anuma and Miyamoto, and they were just like smiling and holding up the Switch parts, like, yeah, we know you're gonna buy our system just for this game.
And the funniest thing about it is you can really see what parts of the company people actually enjoy being a part of. Because where did Miyamoto and Anuma go? They didn't go to Japan, where it was easy. They flew the fuck out to New York to be a part of the New York presentation with Nintendo of America. If that's not the biggest fuck you to Nintendo of Japan, I don't know what it is.
No, you know why? Because they wanted to play the Switch with Reggie, because Reggie's cool as hell.
Well, Reggie should honestly be should have been the guy to being promoted to president of the entire company. He should be the one running Nintendo right now. That's Nintendo of America, like, period. He should be like the head of the company. Like his working relationship with Iwata is something that people don't really have. He was pretty much it's pretty much a mentor-student relationship in every form of the word.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, it's kind of dumb that they just slight him because he's an outsider. He's not from Japan. Like, he's making Nintendo of America shit all over Nintendo of Japan right now. It would make sense for him to go into the company. But then again, I can also understand it from an economic standpoint. You might have issues where you could go into your stock might drop initially for a foreigner running a domestic company, but you got to take those risks, man. I mean, I hope the Switch is good. Mm-hmm. 2 games, though. 2 games.
Yeah. That kind of gave me pause. I was like, I was thinking about getting the Switch with like the money you get from tax returns and stuff, because it is being released around tax season, but not many launch titles.
You want to buy Zelda? You want to buy Legend of Zelda.
Yes, I want to buy Legend of Zelda, but it doesn't come out for a while.
Do you want to buy one to Switch? You want to buy one to Switch? No, fuck you. If you don't, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Oh, God.
You get nothing. You get nothing.
You stole fizzy lifting drinks.
You get nothing. You lose.
Oh, God.
Like once you Switch, and obviously, you know.
Oh, speaking of Switch, if I heard that word one more goddamn time in that presentation, let's switch over to this person.
No,
let's switch to this.
You forgot it. Let's switch over to you.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, shut up. I get it. You want to promote your console.
It's easy as a snap. We fucking get it. You don't have to jam it down a fucking throat with the shit and snaps.
Yeah, I was. Eh. I mean, the console does look very easy to use, but like, just stop with saying the switch and the snapping and. But yeah. Anyway, let us talk about the Breath of the Wilds.
Yes, the wild that broke the wind of the breath.
The wild that broke the wind, so the wild's farting.
I guess, yeah, no. This is about one giant Ganon-sized catastrophic fart, and it just destroyed all of Hyrule. That's what happened 100 years ago.
Oh yeah. So if you read the subtitles, the old man is talking about like, oh, it's time for me to tell you what happened 100 years ago. So that whole thing, when we first saw the trailer or whatever, and we were postulating that this game took place sometime in the future, there we go. 100 years in the future. That's why there's technologies and stuff.
Yep. But as I alluded to with my whole Fire Nation attack joke, it appears that this hero, the hero of this Hyrule, was around 100 years ago as well, and not like in a, oh well, he's the reincarnation of the hero. No, it seems like he was around at that time, and he's been summoned to this era, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks like he was in cryo sleep.
In a pool of water.
It looks like he was in cryo sleep or something.
Oh, now we're just getting Halo on this shit.
It's possible. I mean, there's technologies in this game, so maybe they like used magic or whatever to put him into a deep sleep for 100 years, like they would do with the Sleeping Beauty kind of fairy tale.
Maybe he just went into the Avatar state and throws himself in the giant iceberg at Appa.
Perhaps. When the world needed him most, he vanished. Oh, and can we talk about, speaking of vanishing, you get to see Zelda naked in this game.
What?
You didn't see that in the trailer?
No.
She was like taking a bath in a pond or something, and she was legit naked, like topless. Like she was turned away from the camera, but she was definitely naked.
Okay. Well, it wouldn't be the first time they've messed around with that kind of stuff in a Zelda game. It's just, yeah.
And there's legit voice acting in this game, so that's a thing.
Voiced. It's seeming like it's Super Mario Sunshine, but with Zelda.
Yeah, but the voices didn't sound too cringy. Zelda's bothered me a little bit. I kind of expected her to sound a little less like whiny, but
the Japanese voice actors for the game clearly give a shit.
Yeah.
Only pray that the English voice actors do too. Because if they don't, I'm gonna fucking cry, and I'm just gonna turn to Japanese, and I'm just gonna read subtitles, and I hate doing that so fucking much.
Well, who's to say that they're gonna do English voice acting? They might just do it in Japanese and have the English subtitles, because
that is very true.
Because region locking's not a thing anymore. So even if they did do an English version, you could just buy the Japanese version. Who cares?
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Japanese and English and shit and like which language is better. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 got a brief showing here, like all of 2 seconds.
Yeah,
But,
I saw that and I was like, oh, okay, hi. Hello, Goku.
also, Bomberman R, Super Bomberman R.
Oh, they did show some gameplay of like retro games, so I imagine that they're probably going to have games available for purchase on eShop again, just like they did with the Wii U.
But a lot of the online social features of the Nintendo systems are gone, including that fucking cringe-fest, that emo, like, cringe bath you would call the Miiverse. It is gone. It is rotted itself over.
Wait, so you can't buy games for the Wii U anymore?
Oh no, that's fucking gone.
No! I didn't get a chance to get Earthbound and Earthbound Beginnings yet. I was gonna get it for my birthday.
They might be available.
Might!
on the Switch eShop. That's if Nintendo can get their head out of their ass. I doubt it. But
I know, that's why I'm worried. I wanted to get them on the Wii U while I had the chance.
Well, if you have a Wii U, you can still get them. The Wii U eShop will be open still.
But for how long?
The Wii U eShop they haven't announced anything about closing it down. They're just saying that all of its like social features will be following it the Switch. So like you won't be able to use Miiverse, you won't be able to use any of that stupid crap. I'm cool with that. No more Mii's. The Mii cancer is gone. Yay. Hallelujah. Praise Kojima. Okay, anyway.
So when you play Mario Kart 8, your Mii doesn't appear on that little planet thing anymore?
I would assume not. I could be wrong, because we haven't seen any actual like gameplay outside of like the actual like track gameplay.
There has to still be Mii's, because you can choose to play as your Mii in the game, just with like different costumes and stuff.
But that's just it. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe isn't the regular version of Mario Kart 8. It's different. It's got a lot of the same tracks, new racers, new items. It has a double dash item system.
No, I'm saying on the Wii U, if you still played Mario Kart 8 on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can use the Mii on that version. I'm just wondering if any of that stuff's going to carry over to Deluxe. If it does, that's cool. You can still use your Mii in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yeah, because I know Op-Zero's probably going to want to do that because he likes playing it in the Mega Man costume. Because Mega Man.
Inklings are in Mario Kart, and there's an entire Splatoon track.
Oh, nice! Is anybody else going to be in it? Perhaps some, some other Nintendo characters?
Like
F-Zero characters, maybe?
I'm sorry, you cut out. What'd you say?
F-Zero characters, maybe?
Oh, no. I don't think any of those. Because there was another quick glimpse of a game that looked a fuck ton like F-Zero.
Oh, that's right! I just assumed it was gonna be another freaking tease.
Oh, I don't think it's F-Zero, but it's gonna be but it looks like it's gonna be very F-Zero-esque.
Please not another Metroid fiasco where they were like, oh yeah, a new Metroid game that isn't Metroid at all.
I don't think it's even from Nintendo. I think it's a third-party game.
Oh yeah, it could be a third-party game.
Because I remember hearing from Sony they're doing Wipeout 2033 again, on the PS4. But I don't it didn't. Let's put it like this: it looked like F-Zero, but it didn't. Like, I don't know if that makes a lot of sense, but yeah, it was sort of you could see like, wow, that's taking inspiration from F-Zero, but at the same time, that's not F-Zero.
Yeah. Who knows? We just have to wait and see. It'd be great if we could have a new F-Zero game, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
That's never going to happen. I would bet sooner on a full-fledged Metroid Prime, not even Metroid Prime, just a full-fledged Metroid title.
Why don't they just freaking do Metroid Prime Remastered and have, like, the whole Metroid Prime trilogy on a game in HD? That'd be great.
So I'm looking up a full list of Nintendo Switch games really quick.
Okay.
So we have 1-2 Switch, Arcade Archives, whatever the fuck that is, ARMS, Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, Blaze Blue, Cube Life, Disgaea 5, Derby Stallion, whatever the fuck that is, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, Dragon Quest X, Dragon Quest 11, Dragon Quest Series 1 and 2, Elder Scrolls 5, Scrim.
Scrim.
Actually, Dragon Quest Series 1 and 2 is going to be out on launch, so that's another launch title.
Yay!
Too.
I would actually get that.
Disgaea 5 is going to be out on March 3rd, as well as Disgaea 5 Complete Edition. It's also going to be out at launch, but Japan only, so you're going to have to order it, so you're going to have to get it brought from Japan. Farming Simulator, Fast RMX, FIFA, Fire Emblem Warriors, Has Been Heroes. It's going to come out sometime in the launch month.
Has Been Heroes. That sounds hilarious.
It looks so good. I was seeing a gameplay of it today during their Treehouse stream. It looks so good. Oh my god, it looks really good. Like, wow. It gives you it's a lane-based strategy. It's like a lane-based strategy RPG. Sort of like not entirely different from, say, Darkest Dungeon, but does have its own little differences and a lot more humor. Because there has been heroes, and their whole goal is to fight their way through hordes of enemies. It's procedurally generated. It's a roguelite, and the whole goal is for these has been heroes to escort these two young princesses to school. Like, that's the whole goal. It's awesome. It's so cool.
That sounds good. I'm gonna get that.
I Am Setsuna, March 3rd, Japan only. Just Dance 2017 is also a launch title, but who the fuck plays Just Dance? Lego City Undercover, to be determined. Mario Kart Deluxe comes out April 28th, a month later. A whole month later.
It's not too bad. It could be worse.
Minecraft Switch, to be determined. Minecraft Story Mode Complete Edition, to be determined. Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom, whatever the fuck that is.
Sounds pretty cool. That might have been that like cel-shaded looking thing that they showed for like 5 seconds where there was a boy reaching out to like a fox or something. I don't know.
That might be, yeah. NBA 2K18 for the basketball fans. That's coming out September 2017 for the Switch as well as Xbox and PlayStation. New Frontier Days, Founding Pioneers, coming out to be determined. Nubunga's Ambition, Sphere of Influence, March 3rd, launch title for Sphere of Influence. That's Japan only, though. Again, fucking hell. Why do you hate me? No More Heroes, tentative title. It's totally No More Heroes 3, but we're just going to pretend that it's not. To be determined, release date, probably 2019. Project Octopath Traveler, that was the game we were talking about that I'm pretty sure is going to be the fucking, what's it called?
Tactics,
yeah. That's to be determined. You can pre-order it now, though, for some reason. Project Sonic 2017, otherwise known as Sonic Generations 2, we all know it's coming, to be announced for sometime this year. Puyo Puyo Tetris, spring of this year or March 3rd as a launch title if you live in Japan, because if you live in America, fuck you.
I don't care about Tetris anyway.
Rayman Legends Definitive Edition, to be determined. Why? Because we just couldn't be bothered. Redout from Nicholas, the same guy who's doing Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus, comes out in the spring, along with Afterbirth Plus, which also comes out in the spring. Rhyme from Tequila Works, to be determined. You can pre-order it now, though. Why? I don't know. Romance of the Three Kingdoms 13. They made 13 of those games? March 3rd in Japan. Launch title. Why not? Shin Megami Tensei 5 for the Atlas, to be determined. Shovel Knight is coming to the Switch, but it doesn't have a release date yet. Skylanders Imaginators, why?
Hype for Shovel Knight, though. Shovel Knight's good.
No, you want
But Skylanders, bad.
Sonic Mania, spring 2017. You can pre-order the collector's edition right now. Do it. You owe it to yourself. Do it. Splatoon 2, summer of 2017. Why? Splunkers.
Oh, I know why. Because the first game came out in the summertime and it sold really well because all the kids were off for summer vacation and they want to do the same thing with this one.
Well, I will say this. Okay, so as we get the snippet clips cut it out, it's gonna be March 3rd in Japan. Oh yeah, you didn't. Have you seen gameplay of Snipper Clips?
Of what?
The game's called Snipper Clips, or as I like to call it, Nintendo presents Cut Me Daddy.
What?
So it's a two-player game. You and a friend play as these weird little shape things, and you can actually walk inside of each other. And when you walk inside of each other and you press the action button, you cut that shape out of your friend. In order to achieve goals, it's a puzzle game where the whole goal is to cut your friends and make them into shapes.
That's weird.
It's really fun though. It's cute. It's very cute. It's very cute.
Kind of reminds me of oh man, what's that game called? It was some generic name like Bob was alone or something like that. And basically, huh?
Thomas was alone.
Yes, that one. He's like a shape that's all by himself, and he meets other shapes, and they help each other.
So it's coming out. It's a launch title in Japan. It comes out It comes out that month in everywhere else. I assume it's going to be March 3rd as well. Just haven't announced the release date outside of Japan. Stardew Valley is coming to the Switch at some point. Steep from Ubisoft is coming out at some point. Story of Seasons from Marvelous.
Yay! Okay, sorry.
Wait, what?
I'm happy because Story of Seasons is basically the love child of Harvest Moon and what was the other game? I don't know, but basically since Harvest Moon has now turned to crap, Story of Seasons is the new one that is replacing it. And it's good. You still there?
Yeah, I'm saying I'm pretty sure it's Stardew Valley actually.
What?
The spiritual successor to Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley.
Well, yeah, that is a spiritual successor, but like Story of Seasons is basically a company-made spiritual successor kind of thing. Like a lot of people who were fans of the Harvest Moon series and have realized that Harvest Moon has come to crap now have said that Story of Seasons is a good substitute, even though Stardew Valley is basically Harvest Moon the
amped up to 11.
Yeah. It's Harvest Moon reborn, basically.
Well, both are coming to the Switch, so sales numbers will definitely be able to decide that one for everybody else. Super Bomberman R will be a launch title, but it's from Konami, and as we all know, fuck Konami. Super Mario Odyssey from Nintendo, Holiday 2017. You can pre-order it now, but why would you? Siberia 3 from Anuman Interactive, to be determined. Untitled SteamWorld game from Image and Form, to be determined. Untitled Tales of game from Bandai Namco.
Yay! Sorry.
Here's a good one. Here's a really stupid fucking good one. Ultra Street Fighter 2: The Final Challengers. Yes, you heard me right. Street Fighter 2 has come back from its grave. The zombie is alive again, and its flesh is rotting, its corpse is falling apart, but it is here. Ultra Street Fighter 2: The Final Challengers. Because we haven't made enough versions of Street Fighter 2 yet, here's one for the Switch. To be determined. Sometime in the future. And although it looks like a pretty finished game right now, it'll probably be out this year by the end of it. I wouldn't be surprised if the downloadable title comes out around Evo time in summer. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 from Monolith Soft, sometime this year. That's great for you Xenoblade fans. Yooka-Laylee has been officially confirmed for the Switch.
Yes!
But it does not have a release date.
Dang.
This is good news, given that the Wii U version was recently canceled, and they said, hey, we didn't want to cancel it, but basically, Wii U can't, the Yooka-Laylee is just too good for the Switch. For the Wii U. So, now it's on the Switch.
Yay!
List of rumored Switch games. Beyond Good and Evil 2.
That's interesting.
And I will continue to hope and pray with all of my hopes and prayers. But let's get on to the only confirmed game that fucking matters, at least according to Nintendo, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, at this point, they're treating Breath of the Wilds like Nickelodeon treats SpongeBob. This is gonna be our moneymaker, so we're gonna push it.
Poor young Link. Poor Link. Having to carry an entire console on his fucking back.
I mean, I know he's gonna do it. a lot of people are saying I'm gonna like a lot of people I'm talking to. They're saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy the Switch just for that game. It's confirmed that that's gonna be the big bucks for them.
Like, look, Zelda can sell anything. Like, look back to the original Wii. You had Twilight Princess and Wii Sports. That was the combo. Those are the two big games of the Wii. There were some other ones, some other smaller games sprinkled around, much like we're seeing here for the Switch. But Twilight Princess and Wii Sports was the 1-2 punch that got the core and they got the casual and hardcore gamers on board.
Yep. The only other game that really got them on board, arguably, would be Super Mario Galaxy, probably.
Yeah, but Super Mario Galaxy was going. It's a Mario game. Like,
yeah.
That's going to appeal more to the casual fan base, which Wii Sports did well enough on its own.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking like the hardcore like fan base, like the diehard Nintendo fans. Mario is a good game, but nothing beats Zelda. You launch your console with Zelda, and you're gonna sell it. It's going to sell. It's already selling. It's sold out every fucking place imaginable. I know. I tried to get one and I couldn't, so I know that it's working.
You know, maybe that's why the Wii U didn't do so well. It didn't have a Zelda game.
Exactly. Well, it did, but none of them were its own.
Well, yeah. It was like remastered. Although I will say, Wind Waker Remastered on the Wii U is really good. So if you have a Wii U and you haven't gotten it yet, and you don't have the original on the GameCube, definitely get the HD Remastered because they make a lot of really good changes.
Yep. Now here's what I see them doing, because this is a totally Nintendo thing to do. Oh, you guys seem to like the few Wii U games you came out with. Well, how about we re-release them and you pay for them all over again on our brand new system?
Yeah, I mean,
they'd be stupid not to. Honestly, they'd be foolish not to.
Yeah.
Like their greatest hit.
Well, basically, they're already doing that with the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe because a lot of people already have Mario Kart 8 and they're just gonna rebuy it anyway for the deluxe version. So.
Yes, but that's not the same. What I'm talking about is just like straight up porting the game.
Oh, I know.
Like, at least Deluxe has effort added to it. It is an objectively better version of Mario Kart 8. Like, it's worth the money because it's a superior version to the Wii U version. For the price of admission, you get all the DLC and extra content that's not available on Wii U. Like, that's worth it in my eyes. For what I'm talking about is when they're like, hey, you don't own a Wii U, or you did and you bought this game, buy it again because fuck you, give me money.
Yeah, they might do something like that.
Or they might just release one every year because that's how Nintendo releases games. In other words, poorly.
Hopefully, they will go in a better direction here and actually have more games available. Although, considering the number of launch titles we're getting, I highly doubt it. But we will see.
The way I see it, Nintendo isn't they're going to sell this. This system's going to fucking sell. It's going to sell well. It already is selling well, and it makes me sad because it just means that Nintendo would never have to learn their lessons, and that's a problem. They never have to learn from their mistakes because they can just say, "Oh, here's Zelda," and people will be like, "Yes, greatest company ever. We love you. We love you." And it's just like, no, don't let them get away with that. I'm doing this to fuck with you.
I'll say this: they do make great games, and they treat their employees well, as far as I know. I mean, at least they did. I don't know. I haven't heard any recent news about it, but I know for a while there when they were struggling because of Wii U sales being poorer, they did take some money out of the higher-ups' salaries to help, pay for the developers. But there are some business practices I don't like underproducing things that are obviously going to be very popular and then people are unable to get them. That's a big thing. And of course, as you said, releasing a good number of games onto the eShop or just physically not really doing it. They don't produce enough. They need to produce more.
Yeah, the biggest problem with Nintendo is that I don't think they've learned that tripling release dates at the rate they do for their back catalog of ROMs is stupid.
Yeah. I'm
Like,
kind of
they have,
worried too about Splatoon 2, how they were like, oh yeah, we'll be releasing more content over time again. I really hope that doesn't mean what it meant with the first one, whereas when you first buy the game, there's only like 3 freaking maps, because that's kind of lame. I'm hoping it starts
also,
out with more, but.
you know that their marketing team is terrible when they couldn't even call the damn thing Splatoon. No, come on.
You're right. You're right.
That was a given. Like everyone was like, oh, if they make a second one, it's still gonna be called Splatoon. No, they called it Splatoon 2. Why? Why would you? It's easy. It's marketing. It's cheesy, fun puns. Everybody loves cheesy, fun puns.
There are cheesy, fun puns in the game.
Exactly. See, that just goes to show you that just don't like that was the spirit of the game. That would have made so much sense because it would have made sense. It would have fit there, right? It would have fit really well.
Yeah. But that is one of the games I am hyped for the most, though. I really enjoyed the first game. I thought it was a great new IP, and I'm really glad that they're making more games for it. And I hope they continue to in the future, and that they're all of as good quality as the first game was. So, good on them. But anyway, it's getting late, so I will let you go, and thank you for joining me for this long chat about the Nintendo Switch.
No problem. I hope the Nintendo Switch ends up being a very, very good console, personally, because, and just to close it out, I really hope the system does well.
Oh, I know it's going to do well because it actually has freaking local co-op,
Right.
which
It
is
has
good.
local co-op. It's going to have online co-op, but it's going to be a stupid subscription service. But oh well. I am sincerely hoping this goes well, and if nothing gets delayed, it will have a nice launch. It'll have a nice lineup by the end of the year,
Mhm.
which the Wii U definitely did.
Yeah, by the time the holidays roll around, I imagine lots of people are going to be on board for that.
Also, share button, which means you'll be getting memes straight from the source.
Oh boy!
Mario Odyssey.
Oh yeah, I forgot! They did say that you could take screenshots of your gameplay.
And soon video, and later on video. So I'm expecting video by the time Mario Odyssey comes out. Because man, if that talking hat yells at you, dude, I'm talking straight like injection of the memes into the veins, man. Like it's gonna be, it's gonna be pure.
Yeah, Mario, you really need to learn to use your head.
Whoa. There's a Wii U emulator, and apparently you can deliver Super Mario in 4K resolution.
What?
Wow.
Crazy.
Well, I no longer need a good thing I sold my Wii U.
Alrighty. Well, thanks again for joining me, Do Knight.
No problem.
And I look forward to hearing more information about the Switch in the future, maybe, if they do another press conference.
Did you, before we go, Fire Emblem, Fire Emblem event, Fire Emblem, my brain's farting. They're having a Fire Emblem conference there. It's called a Fire Emblem conference.
Isn't it called Fire Emblem Warriors, I think?
Yeah,
something like that.
Special, Fire Emblem Direct. That's it.
Ooh!
I think it's either 15th or 18th.
Yes, I'm excited for that. I love Fire Emblem.
So here, might actually get to see gameplay of Fire Emblem Warriors. Maybe what they're holding off for. At least like the rest of that trailer that it clearly cuts off in the middle of.
Yeah, the trailer was really short and awkward. But, oh well. Anyways, we've chatted everybody's ears off by now.
Goodbye.
So, until next time, everybody. Bye.
Bye, everybody.